Hello and welcome to another episode of Seeking Answers, and 5 years ago I investigated the haunted location of Lings Wood, but it turns out actually more went on in there than I originally knew.
I was just gonna say I could lie down here for a second and just be
Not dead.
Be one with the spirit.
Part of the, yeah,
be one with nature, Bob.
that's it.
That's
Feel the
right,
energy.
because ghosts aren't real.
Because
Yes, they
ghosts
are.
don't.
Stop lying.
You seemed really offended by that. How
Yeah,
dare
I'm
you?
So offended.
So guys, you ever wandered through the woods with a bunch of believers?
Never.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Everyone's bullying me.
You're going to be the one to get eaten first.
Eat ghosts eat you now.
Let's not say the D word.
Demons!
No.
Hello demons, it's your boy. Possess me please. I welcome the devil.
Big fan of his eggs.
See you later.
Home time.
Demons! There's a demon! At least this one we have a direct name, but I don't want to say it and then someone's like, it said this name. I'd rather just
Yeah.
The brain,
see
like,
if it comes out.
conditions it, basically.
Yeah.
So what highlights this place then?
On March the 26th, 1988, 13-year-old Carol Baldwin was walking across a football pitch in Lings Wood, listening to her father's radio, when someone sneaked up behind her and brutally stabbed her. Her father later said he believed she was taking the bus, and if he knew she was going to walk in that area alone, he wouldn't have allowed it. Her body was found not long after by some youths, but she was still alive. She was rushed to hospital but passed away from internal bleeding that evening. She had went into shock and suffered a huge hemorrhage with nearly 2 pints of blood inside her chest cavity.
Amazing.
Let's try the bullshit box.
Yeah.
It's a spirit box. It basically goes through a radio stations and an alarming rate, which creates a white noise, and some people think that spirits can use that to manifest their voice, and those people are wrong. But we're going to try it anyway.
Are you the little girl from 1988? Were you by yourself that night?
No? The problem with the Spirit Box app is that you hear what you want to hear. If I were to tell you that it said a specific name, you would then think that it says that. It's the power of suggestion, which is exactly why I didn't tell the group the correct name, and that's exactly what happened. For a while, a lot of incorrect names were being heard by everyone.
I just out
Really?
Amy.
Okay.
Amen.
It's not Amy. But again, it might
Emma.
be
I heard Emily. I just said Emma then.
Emma or
Emma.
Emily then.
I heard Alice. It's not Alice.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But then the very moment I say the correct one... Alright, I'll tell you her name just it might help, but her name's Carol. What's her last name? I forgot her last name. What?
I just heard it then.
Nah.
As soon as you said that.
It's the power of suggestion. Coincidence.
Yeah, alright.
Wow, this guy is blood red. Like
Okay,
blood and
I'll give you that one. That's fair. Very quickly, an unnamed 13-year-old girl was charged with her murder, though she would have been just 12 at the time of the stabbing. She had been in care for almost all of her young life at this point. The girl, however, denied all accusations and claimed that at the time of the stabbing, she and her 14-year-old friend met up with some 18-year-old boys who they had met in town, before playing strip poker, sniffing aerosols, drinking alcohol, and then having sex with them. She claimed she hadn't even left the house until 2 AM the following morning, and was nowhere near the Lings Park area at the time. But despite this alibi, during a police interview, she actually did confess to the stabbing. She claimed that she didn't even know Carol, but was under the influence of aerosols when Carol called her a slag, leading to the assault. It has been confirmed that inhaling aerosols can lead to decreased awareness and perception. However, once in court, she took back her entire confession. She claimed that the police weren't believing any of her denials, so she panicked and simply confessed out of fear. Once her care home was searched, a 4.5-inch blade was discovered wedged behind a radiator, and it's believed that it could have been the murder weapon. The handle was missing, which would suggest whoever used it would have also injured themselves in the process. Despite this evidence, after 7 hours deliberation, the jury still found the 13-year-old girl not guilty of murder. Carol's home was searched and a secret diary was found, with the final entry being from March the 14th, 1988, 2 weeks before her death, but nothing was found that could lead to more clues.
Can you tell us how old you are?
14. Did I hear 4?
Who are you?
Yeah, I thought I heard that.
Do you know who killed you? Boy.
Really?
Bully. I heard bully as well.
Can you give us a name of who killed you? You? Oh, I didn't. I wasn't even born yet, mate.
That's strange.
Go.
What, because they accused me of murder?
It sounded like a scream.
It didn't say
You're on
Carol.
a football field.
Didn't say Carol, no.
I don't know. See, you're going to have to replay it, Rob. There's only one thing to do here.
Alright, that was sick, I'll give him that. I'll have to review the footage, but it did sound like it said Carol straight after I said Carol.
And I definitely heard bully.
And you know me, I'm going to say it's a coincidence, but that is a very big coincidence, so fair play.
What if it was a question instead? It's like Carol? No,
Yeah,
I don't
Carol.
think Carol.
My name's Dave. What are you talking about?
During this investigation, an unknown 17-year-old boy was also charged with her murder, but there was no known connection between him and the 13-year-old girl. The police had confiscated the boy's clothes and allegedly even kept them after he was discharged. The boy's mother claimed that this experience had ruined his life. He was later released due to lack of evidence. The police were also trying to trace a man in his 60s who frequently walked the area with his golden Labrador, as well as 2 teenage girls who were seen on a nearby bridge around the time the assault happened, but nothing more came of it. The murderer of Carol Baldwin was never identified.
Scratch me, hit one of us.
Right, you know we're walking through trees, right? Well,
Yeah?
Scratch isn't a million miles away from you.
Scratch us in the face. Turn my head torch on, that'll be impressive. Then I'll just say it's a technical malfunction. I'm welcoming the demons into our world.
Stop it, please.
Come and possess Poppy. So we just came across definitive evidence of a werewolf in the middle of the night.
Oh goodness.
Now some
And his
cynics
vampire owner.
might say it was a dog. But I know for a fact it was a werewolf, a hellhound of the undead.
On September the 24th, 2002, though some outlets incorrectly marked it as being September the 29th. During a local wildlife trust cleanup event, some children found the body of a man between the ages of 25 and 50 with dark hair, around 5'8" to 6 foot tall, amongst some bushes with a shoelace around his neck, but his direct cause of death was never identified. Could it have been self-inflicted, or was this man brutally murdered?
I believe your body was found here 20 years ago. And we still don't know your name. Do you want to tell us your name? I can look at this footage later, maybe you would have said your name, or I can get out this little thing that might help you talk to me. Still don't think you can kill yourself with a shoelace. Norman? Lee? Can you say my name back to me, then I'll leave? Rob. Fine.
Going to.
I'm waiting. What's the name of the woods we're in? What town is this? You're not really convincing me. This is your chance to turn me into a believer.
Yeah.
Wow, alright. You need more than that.
Are you scared?
Maybe.
Can you really stay in this forest?
You need to really tell me to leave.
Do you like it here?
Yes, that was very clear. Touch one of us.
Pull my ponytail if you're here. Like really yank it.
No.
Now you're in the spirit.
Hey.
We invite you in.
Do we?
And if there's a demon friend of yours, bring them along. And if you can see the devil,
Stop it.
no. The more the merrier.
Pirates.
No.
Bring Satan forth.
No!
Are you alone in these woods?
We are.
No, you are, because I'm going.
What makes this case even harder to solve is that this body is believed to have been left hidden for up to a year before being discovered. His teeth were examined and it was determined he was closer to the age of 30. His bones were checked and it was believed that he had lived in an area with a prominent chalk or limestone geology. He was clean shaven, had 2 pierced ears with 2 earrings in each, and his complexion seemed to be of dark European descent. He was found with a beige sleeping bag, a black Equinox fleece jacket, a blue Viale workwear top, a green and brown Jetflow Toril 40 outbound rucksack, cigarette lighters, a purple comb and hairbrush, a glasses case with a lens cloth, and a damaged black and white photograph. He was wearing some blue and grey New Balance trainers, some white socks, a pair of navy petroleum tracksuit bottoms, boxer shorts, and 2 polo-style tops, one with long sleeves and one with short. The police believed it was most likely suicide. Despite reopening the case over a decade later and creating a clay bust of the man's head, he has never been identified.
Why a shoelace? Was it...
That sounded like submission.
Was it a choice? Or was it foul play?
Dum dum dum.
Do you not want to talk to us? No? Do you know where you are? Are you here?
Help?
No, that was clear as day.
Yeah. Is anyone here? Doesn't really answer it. So, shh. Is anyone here with us?
I think it was further up that way.
Yeah, he's here. What year did you die? What's the name of the woods we're in? Wello?
That was a good choice.
When did you die? At 8. Shut up. You shut up. Told me to shut up. That's just rude.
He was murdered.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I didn't kill him.
Maybe you did.
I was 11.
Can you confirm a name for me? B? Beatrice?
I heard B.I.
B.I.? Shut up.
That's what I said earlier.
When did you die? It sounded like a female screaming. Stephanie?
What is the name of this woods that we're in and you were murdered in, supposedly?
Deep?
Is the person we're speaking of the person that was murdered here? Stop.
On May the 4th, 2020, at around 5:25 p.m, a member of the public was enjoying their daily walk during lockdown when they came across an unknown male body in Lings Wood. Brown hair, around 5'7", with a packet of cigarettes from an unknown brand. He was wearing Bargbo jeans, which are from a Russian clothing company, as well as a snakeskin belt, but this still didn't bring us any closer to finding out who this man was.
I know a small bit of Russian.
Do you actually?
I know like literally a couple of phrases.
Like what?
Vino Vera.
What's that?
Let's do this.
Thinking I was just going to do a Google English to Russian, just ask, do you speak English? Because if he replies in Russian, we're not going to know.
Нет.
Вы говорите по-английски. Вы говорите по-английски.
He was also wearing a dark blue Penguin brand polo shirt and a navy hooded puffer jacket with a Stagecoach smart card and green lighter in an inside pocket. His shoes were size 10 black and white diesel trainers. But much like before, it seemed he had been here for quite a while before being discovered. The police weren't treating this death as mysterious, but one particular family are demanding answers.
Murder?
I mean, I've heard it's so hard being so far.
Do you speak English?
Attack. I heard the start of a Russian.
What's that?
Mate, that clear as day just came into my head as saying, please go.
No.
Carol. Stop.
What happens if we don't stop?
Are you okay?
I said bullshit. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
I think this is all bullshit, you're right.
I
You're
think
gonna
we know
let him
that by
talk
now.
to you like that?
This is when we decided to attempt something called the Estes method. I use headphones, so I am now the only one who can hear the spirit box, but I am unable to hear the others. They will ask questions and I just repeat what I am hearing. This now eliminates the possibility of me and my mind playing tricks and believing I'm hearing what I want to hear, as I am unable to hear the questions. Me and Jazz both take turns doing this, and although I can't speak for her, I can confirm I didn't hear anyone's questions and was unable to manipulate any of this. All of the things that I was saying were coming from the spirit box.
How many people are there?
3?
There's 3 of them here. Okay. Maybe it's all 3 of the guys
Are you
here.
female?
It's a bit specific.
Sound like a bloke said pregnant.
Not
Go.
allowed to
Go
know.
where?
There was a lot. Oh, there was a lot in one day, and it was like, go, bye.
It wants us to leave, quite clearly.
That was very abrupt.
Do you know where you are?
Near us?
Okay.
How near?
Help.
Why do you want us to leave?
You think?
Let's get savaged by a ghost.
This is definitely a teenage girl, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Do you need help?
Yes.
How can we help you?
Go.
Leave.
Why do you want us to leave?
Leave.
We just want to ask
No
some
more.
questions.
You're too close.
Who's too close?
You.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Murderer?
In the bushes.
Should be fun then.
I heard John Cena.
Whoa, that said, do you see the devil?
No, I do not.
Whoa, that was weird as shit. I didn't like that bit.
Do you think you're alive?
No. Dad?
Have you gone?
Your mum?
Definitely a 13-year-old girl.
My mum.
Chloe's getting violated by this ghost. Kill.
Kill who? Someone killed you?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm not trying to wind you up or anything, but there's some people here that don't believe you.
The sensible ones.
Come sit.
Come sit. I don't wanna.
Come sit close.
Okay, I'll
It's
come
hitting on
back.
me now.
I'll come back.
Mate, you're 13.
Do you want us to leave?
Yes.
Why?
Me.
Who are you?
It's not than that, I can tell.
Sound like it was the same voice. Said me, something, then in.
I'm not going to leave without a reason.
So, I take it you're done talking.
Bye.
Cool. Bye then.
So Ellie, at what point do I believe?
Right now.
Maybe not tonight.
18 years prior, Jonathan Dalton from Milton Keynes mysteriously vanished and was never seen or heard from again. Jonathan was 20 years old when he disappeared in February of 2002. It remains a mystery, though his business partner Stuart Martin was actually convicted of his manslaughter 2 years later and given 7.5 years in prison. Police discovered blood inside his car and he was charged, but Stuart then fled to Australia. Jonathan's mother Sheila sent him constant letters simply asking for the location of his body, but Martin always refused. He did end up serving 4 years in prison, but then died of a heart attack 18 months after being released, taking his secrets to his grave. It turns out he would have only had mere hours to hide Jonathan's body before running away to Australia, leading to his family searching every inch of Milton Keynes for his remains. His mother searched for her son well into her 70s.
I go deep into wooded areas. At times, it's terrifying. Once I got lost at night and fell. I stumbled about in the dark in a sheer panic. I sat down and sobbed. Finally, I found a path. I always pack a survival blanket and compass now. We feel it's our duty, as Jonathan's parents, to find him. The grieving process involves falling apart and putting yourself back together. Learning to move on without that person. Without a son's body to bury, we can't do that.
Once this body was discovered in Lings Wood, Sheila and Jonathan's sister Nina suddenly had hopes of closure.
It's strange because we were only saying the other day that lockdown could be a good thing as far as finding Jonathan was concerned. It means all these people are out and about, walking on their daily exercise, discovering new places and going deeper into the woodland than they normally would. We were hoping it would increase the chances of Jonathan finally being found.
His family were urging authorities to conduct DNA analysis to finally determine whether or not the body was in fact Jonathan. But nothing has been made public since, and this is another case that remains unsolved. Though this would suggest that the body remained undiscovered inside Lings Wood for 18 years.
Can you just touch Rob on the back of the neck or something?
I don't want, because then they'll be like, oh, it's a bit of wind.
Why am I a pirate?
Because you are.
Because you are.
Say my name, Rob.
Honestly thought that he just said Matt Damon.
Matt Damon? When did he die?
I heard Ethan.
We check the news now. Matt Damon passed away.
If you really want to be a dick, say Joey.
Oh my god, I hate
That shit was like Joey.
I hate this guy.
One last message before we go. Leave. You've proven
I
nothing.
don't want it to follow me.
Follow me home and scare the shit out
You
of
are
me.
not invited, you are staying. Bye bye.
No, I welcome you into our car.
Not the car.
In your car.
I welcome you into our car.
Like,
You get in Rob's car. Have a nice time home.
And the dark blue Corsa nearby.
As we're collecting our things to leave, we seem to pick up a voice, clearly saying the words, "Thank you."
So I'm working tomorrow, so...
I haven't got to go to sleep yet, but I should probably go to sleep early. To sleep yet, but I should to sleep yet, but I should to sleep yet, but I should.
It sounds like a male, and the only two men who were present were myself and Joe. I don't personally think it sounds like either of us.
You're gonna have to replay it, Rob. There's only one thing to do here.
I'll have to review the footage.
But if I were to find an explanation, it is possible it could have been me taking something from someone. I'm not quite sure why I would have changed my voice like that.
To sleep yet, but I should.
It could have been something scraping near the microphone that might have sounded like a voice.
To sleep yet, but I should. To sleep yet, but I should. To sleep yet, but I should.
But truth be told, I can't personally explain this, so believers, you can have this one. Enjoy.
I don't think
There's anything.
there's anything human.
No, I don't think it seems very like
Human?
no.
No.
Any of the murders that have happened, I don't think it's from all that is here.
There's definitely spots of having like a bit of a bad vibe.
Yeah, little areas of it though. Like not the whole way through.
No.
So what's your consensus? Ghosts aren't real.
It's not real.
It's about the end of it, really.
Who were the cause of these 3 deaths? We only have one name, while the others remain a mystery. And are the woods of Lings haunted by the tormented spirits refusing to move on? Hundreds wander these woods day and night, unaware of the history, while the rest of us remain seeking answers.